never win with violence. You only win when you maintain your dignity.
You don't know your own people. You, Mr. Big Shot, doing concerts for rich people.
So if I'm not black enough, and if I'm not white enough, then tell me, Tony, what am I?
Won't you tell me?
Anyone can sound like Beethoven. But your music, what you do, only you can do that.
What do we do about the bones?
We do this.
Pick it up, Tony.
Squirrels would have ate it anyway.
Pick it up.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to ReelTime for the real everyday movie fan. I'm Ryan Murphy. I'm trying to get more involved.
More involved in
yeah,
I'm
more
Josh
exciting.
Williams.
I don't know. Put on a show for the people. What sets us apart? What sets us apart? At any rate,
us.
I'm Ryan Murphy. This is Josh Williams. Today we're giving you a real-time review of Green Book, but I didn't see it. I didn't see the last two, but I saw Fantastic Beasts. He didn't, so it's not just a show about me interviewing him. Watch the Fantastic Beasts review. That's the best one out of these four that we've done with us in these clothes. Me in this sweater. Yes. Anyway, Green Book is directed by Peter Farrelly, right?
Yep.
One of the Farrelly brothers, and it stars Mahershala Ali and Viggo Mortensen. Also, apparently getting some Oscar buzz is Linda Cardellini.
Yep.
For her role as Viggo Mortensen's wife.
Yep.
Here's what I know about the movie. It's about a very talented black musician in like the 50s. 60s, who is, the Green Book is what you called a book that gave you a list of spots to go that were safe for a black man in the southern states.
For African Americans.
And he hires Viggo Mortensen to drive him around. Viggo Mortensen is kind of a very uncultured, kind of punky, kind of like
I'll explain
guy,
his character.
Brooklyn kind of guy, but they become friends. And
well, basically, because Mahershala Ali's character is going on a tour in the southern states.
Yes.
Because he's a famous pianist, so he needs someone like Muscle, like some kind of like a muscle type person to help drive him around, protect him, and everything like that. So that's why, henceforth, Viggo Mortensen's character, plays an Italian, Tony Lip, and then their friendship bonds from there. But I love this fucking movie.
So what's the score out of 10? 10 out of
What's a
10.
10?
Wow, we have another 10 out of 10. So we literally, I think we give about once a year you do a 10 out of 10.
Last year I didn't.
You didn't have, so no 10 out of 10 movies in 2017. 2015 was Spotlight.
Spotlight.
And Whiplash in 2014.
And then 16 didn't have him either.
So this is the first movie in 3 years. This is the first movie in 3 years that you've given a 10 out of 10 to.
This movie is fantastic. This movie is to me a perfect film. It's another one of those perfect films. The tempo is really good as far as the pace of the film. The performances. I can't say enough about Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali in this. Like Mahershala Ali too in particular, because if you've seen him in anything he's ever done, like all these different films he's done in TV, House of Cards,
Luke Cage,
Moonlight. True Detectives, Hidden Figures. I mean, you go on and on.
The Free State of Jones, which was a movie that didn't get a lot of
But he's played so many. He's played so many different types of people that you don't really know what you're getting, and that's a good thing because he's such a chameleon as far as performances, and he plays this character to perfection. The same goes for Viggo Mortensen, and one of the things I noticed online is some people are giving Viggo Mortensen's character a little bit of flack. I wouldn't say flack, but they're just like, oh, he's just playing a stereotypical Italian guy. You know, with the, and the why you busting my balls. But what I will argue with that is the fact that the type of Italian person he's portraying is what we now make as a stereotype. We've got that stereotype from Italian men from that time frame. So in a sense, he's actually playing this character to perfection, in which the actual real person, Tony Lip, his son is the one who co-wrote this screenplay. Sure. That's about his father. And like I remember in an interview, he said that Viggo Mortensen actually played. He wasn't even playing his father; he became his father. Which that's one thing for me that more solidified my opinion of his performance. I mean, completely transformed. Like if you just put him and
Aragorn, yeah.
No, like seriously, or even like from Captain Fantastic.
Sure.
It's completely different there.
Well, Viggo Mortensen, I don't know if you know this, he's a pretty good actor.
He's a pretty damn good actor. But no, it's just...
Captain Fantastic being my favorite film of 2016.
That was a great movie, too.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's just completely different than he's ever done. I mean, just even body-wise, he completely transformed himself. He put on some weight, and but both their performances being so powerful and putting them together, the chemistry was just oozed off the screen.
I mean, yeah. So what I've been wondering about is I mean, at the start of this movie, Tony Lip, right? He's not like a racist. This is not like
no, he actually is.
Okay, he is.
In the beginning, they actually give you some storytelling that kind of drops some seeds that he does have a problem with African Americans.
Because that's what I was wondering is because from the look of the trailer, it seems like he's sort of already enlightened, and so I was wondering where the drama would really come from if he was more already kind of on that side of things. Where would the interpersonal character drama come from and stuff?
No, it does. It does initially, but what I like though too is like even though he had initially problems with African Americans, and you see that arc go throughout the film.
Sure.
There's also like this underlying professionalism to him because if he took a job, it's his job because it's kind of like that honor kind of code that I think Italians had back then was no matter who it is, no matter what race it is, you have a job, you do it to the best of your ability, and that's what I really liked about it. It's where initially, him and Mahershala had some issues. While it was also comedic in some of those moments, you still see his transformation to more where their friendship really grew, and I really love that too. And that also brings me like with their chemistry, like you wouldn't be surprised how funny this movie is, and like not even like intentionally. Oh, that was funny. It was like organically, just their comedic timing was there to where. Even if it wasn't like intentionally supposed to be a joke, like their facial expressions will just like somebody will say something, like Viggo Mortensen's character say something, Mahershala Ali's character like his face will just be like make you bust up laughing. Yeah. And the whole crowd when I saw it was a packed house when I screened this movie, everyone was cracking up laughing from the beginning all the way to the end, and that's a good thing.
It's from a Farrelly brother.
Yeah.
So which is really surprising. So you think this movie is a very solid chance of actually not only being nominated for but winning the Best Picture Oscar?
Yes. For me personally, this is the new frontrunner. At first,
I had make Mahershala Ali. I mean, there's been a couple guys who have starred in 2 Best Picture winners in a row. Wait a minute, never mind. 2000. That was 2 years ago. But whatever, close enough.
But no, right now it's between Timothée Chalamet and Mahershala Ali for Best Supporting Actor. Okay. Like those two, I don't know.
It's supporting for Mahershala Ali.
Yeah,
so he's not really the main character.
No, he's not really enough. The story is about him, but the main character is actually about Viggo. Yeah. And what I like too is that it's essentially. It's a weird way. It's also a Christmas movie, but it's also a movie. The reason it's also about him because it's one of the main arcs too is because he takes his job. He's away from his family for like 2 months, and it's also about him just getting back to his family, providing for his family. Like there's a lot of different messages there. That's the reason why this movie it gave me a 10 because there's so many messages and story plot lines and arcs, and they all worked. They all came to a beautiful close. They all came to this beautiful conclusion. And you would think with how many threads they did, some things will fall by the wayside. They don't. They all kind of interweave together to tell this like just great story between 2 people who were at odds and then became friends. Of course, we've seen that arc all together, but it's a real life story, and that's really beautiful about that.
Great.
I mean, go see this. It's coming out in a
10 out
week.
of 10. I think you can recommend it. Is what I'm getting. Yeah. So
go see it. It's coming out next week, wide release. So if it's playing in your theaters. Go see it. I think this will appeal to the indie fans who love indie films, but also appeal to the wide audience, like every going audience. You'll find great enjoyment out of this. I think for me, it's the front runner to win Best Picture and be nominated. I can't say much about this. I want to see it already. I really do.
All right. That'll do us for today, folks. What did you think of Green Book? If you've seen it, leave your comments in the section below. Excuse me.
There we go.
Yeah. Where was I? Leave your comments in the section below and subscribe to our channel on Facebook, Twitter, Stardust, just the other things, Instagrammy and the Snappy Chat and all that sort of stuff. We're not on Snappy Chat and
Snapchat.
Snappy Chat, Snapchat.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or Periscope. Is that thing still? Anyone still ever do Periscope? Right. Anyway, like us on all that stuff and whatever. Until next time, I'm Ryan Murphy.
I'm Josh Williams.
And thank you for keeping it real
with ReelTime.